Hello there guys, it's me Unstable Voltage. Welcome back to episode 5 of Hand of Fate. We're going to jump straight into the first encounter because sometimes it can take a while.
Now access endless mode if you wish to test your skills against chance itself.
So endless mode is unlocked now, but we're not bothering with that. We're going straight back into story. And we now have to face the King of Dust. For the most part, we're just going to use the sort of recommended deck builds for these. So compensation. Whenever the player finishes combat, they lose 1 gold per 15 health. So the more health we have, the more gold we lose. Well, that's a bit crap. There's going to be 5 times 6 of dust and 4 ambush in this pack. That's quite a lot.
Some men thrive in anarchy and chaos. The King of Dust is one such. His tools are cruelty and terror, and I suspect he will harbor a great hatred for you, my friend.
So we'll do the recommended deck. As you can see, the decks are getting a lot larger now. One thing you can do, if there's particular cards that you want to open up, like some of these things here that we don't actually have in the deck itself, what you can actually do with certain cards is you can always go back and replay one of the easier encounters to actually open some of the cards that aren't in the deck. So you can just go and replay ones you've already done but swap the cards around. But we're not really going to bother with that for the time being. We're just going to carry on with the recommended builds. And we'll go back. Start the encounter.
In these lands, the King of Dust takes his tithe of all. You face the first of my kings. Each has shaped the nature of their forces with the strength of their will. They will turn that power to your destruction.
Okay, a couple of things that I want to check. So, we still only have the curse, we don't have a blessing. It's something that I wanted to check because it did say something on blessings about you only lose them if you die. And I didn't know whether that meant they carried over to the next round, but apparently they do not. So we just have that thing. Now, it's pretty much a straight path to get to the end, but we have these sort of side rooms, which is going to cost us extra food to check out, but we may want to. It's Delilah again. Well, we know this one quite well, so we're going to do what we usually do. We could give him some food, but we'll ask him what he needs. He immediately begins to wander around your person, prodding and poking at your weapons and apparel before making a sudden grab at something. So it's taken my better axe. So I've got the default axe again. That happened last time. Haha, I know what you need. Draw 1 equipment card.
Armor that gives you the proportional strength and power of a barbarian, which you are on closer examination.
So this is quite nice armor, Berserker armor. During combat, every hit we sustain increases our speed and weapon strength. Brilliant. Almost compensates us for not actually having the better weapon. It is defense light, it's the same, but we definitely want to use it.
Is that what you're going to do?
Fine. So we lost a slightly better weapon, but gained slightly better armor. And here we have a possibility of getting a better weapon again. Well, we definitely want to try and retrieve it. There's only 1 failure.
Choose from these options.
This one should be safe because that was the top card. Yep. Okay, so what do we get from that? Just a weapons card, which will be Scorching Zeal. So equipment with this trait burns with the flame of the ancients, doing extra fire damage. However, lava golems will shrug off the fire attacks with ease. It actually has holy as well. So we've got a weapon that has a fire aura as well. Press 1 to restore the fire and burn nearby enemies. Nice, that's quite a nice weapon. Yes, we're definitely going to equip that. Now, we do have to backtrack here, which means we're using extra food. The altar. New encounter.
And caprice. The domains of the old gods. Were they always thus? Or has age corrupted their natures? As you plunder the secrets of your memories, you'll gain new cards. Some you'll wish you'd left untouched.
On a deserted hilltop of a faraway land, you discover an old altar. The gods of the old religion are powerful yet unpredictable in their favours. Do you wish to pray at the altar? Sure. There's a huge failure, which we definitely don't want. Well, that one was... This card here on the right was the one that was on the top. So that's not the huge failure. On bended knee, you beseech the gods to aid you in your quest. A distant rumbling and a flash of lightning answers your prayer. Draw 1 blessing card. Nice.
Very nice indeed.
So, Guardian Angel. After your first chance card pick, you may return the card and draw again after shuffling. Brilliant. So, if we stuff up one of these sort of find the hidden card games, we can pick again. Good.
Here is your token. Well done.
And again, we don't actually get the token unless we complete the whole dungeon. Hopefully we'll find some more food, but... Ratman Hunting. Well, that's never good.
You have made an enemy of the Ratmen. They do not normally attack unless provoked.
Well, a little unfortunate. Only one monster card. It's a 4. Prefer if it was a 2, but... Just try not to get too poisoned here. Just going to skip this. We don't need to see it all. Just trying to make sure that I reflect all of these hits here. Oh, he had an unblockable attack. Did get hit by that one, unfortunately. Oh. Just happened to see that one coming in from off screen. Where have you gone, buddy? Lost 4 health, which was unfortunate. Now, we're going to lose quite a bit of gold on this, which is going to make it difficult for us to be able to buy any food. Because of that curse. You sigh as you search their bodies, finding nothing. If only there were another way to stop this plague of Ratmen. Pay someone to take care of it, perhaps. Interesting. Well, there's another food used, and on to the exit.
A horse is a fine companion. I'm sure you'll leave this one in time. You do not seem to have the temperament for friends, even in the animal kingdom.
Ooh, scathing. Let's get out of here. You found a friendly trader willing to let you ride on his wagon. Hitch a ride, where else are we going to go?
Do you understand how this game works now? Do you comprehend the stakes?
Okay, so we're a little bit short on food. We've got quite a linear path. Dead King's Hall.
Crypt rubbing. I'm not sure the dead fighting back makes this any more dignified.
So, draw 2 monster cards. 2 of Skulls and a 3 of Dust. We can attempt to take them by surprise, which I think we will. 2 huge successes and 2 failures. Honestly do not know. Got a huge success. Confirm or choose again. We will confirm. Suddenly you leap into the fray, taking one of them down before they can even react. Do we get to choose to... Yeah, we'll get rid of the dust. Those guys are slightly more annoying than the skeletons. And we've got a weapon that does holy, so we'll fight the 2 skeletons, thank you very much. We'll skip all of this nonsense. Oh, I thought I hit Q there, apparently I didn't. So I'll just go and hit them hard. I lost a lot of health there for 1 hit. I screwed that up. I was trying to hit number 1 on the keyboard and activate the fire aura on my weapon, but screwed that up completely. We get 3 gain cards, though. Let's hope some of them are food. 1 equipment.
I'm sure you are grateful for that.
Ooh, increases the wearer's movement speed.
Always better.
I try not to talk over the dealer, but sometimes he starts talking when I don't expect him to. 3 food, better than nothing. 3 gold, complete waste of time, because we'll lose that on the very next encounter.
Though I admire his ilk, I live by very different rules.
We should take this one out and put the other Devil's card in, because Devil's Choice we've already unlocked. So, as he says here, choose your foe, but he doesn't say which one to discard. A cloaked devil appears in your path. I'm here to test your might. So-called hero, choose your foe. Now again, what we could do is pick the 6 of dust, and he might discard the 6 of dust and leave us with the 6. There again, he might discard the other 2 and leave us with the 6, or... Well, yeah, either way we're going to be better off. We're going to be fighting 6. If we click on a 3 of dust, he could discard the 3 and leave us fighting 9. So we click on the 6, we're either going to be fighting this 6 or this 6. See? He discarded that one. If I'd have clicked on a 3 of dust and he discarded that, we'd have been fighting against 9. This is the thing, you never know which way that card's going to go. Okay, so, put the fire aura on my weapon to start with here. Deflect that arrow. Another arrow coming in, deflect that. Another arrow coming in, deflected. Deflect that attack. Deflect this one, hopefully, yeah. There we go, they're all down. We lost a tiny bit of health there. Didn't actually get to use my fire aura, I was too far away when I popped it, but never mind. We'll recover that health quickly. 3 gain cards again. Another equipment card. A shield.
Fling your opponent's challenges back in their faces.
We already have a shield. They're pretty much both the same, so it doesn't really matter, so we don't want to use it. 10 more useless gold. And 1 food. A bit pathetic. Onwards.
The bandits are sorely loyal to their king. They will not let you reach him easily.
Oh well, as long as we get some food out of it. Only 1 monster card. Of course, it would be a 6. Well, we know the deck's full of them.
6 bandits to keep you on your toes.
But we've just fought 6, and that wasn't too much of a problem. Oh, another arrow incoming. Another arrow incoming. Another arrow incoming. There we go, got my... Oh, arrow. Another one coming. There we go, managed to complete that one with full health. Managed to get the fire aura off on my weapon as well. It was actually quite useful. Again, we lose some of the gold, not all of it. While searching the area for anything worth salvaging, you realise that one of your opponents is only pretending to be dead. Sneak up and kill them. 1 failure, 3 successes. Well, we know that top card is safe, so we'll confirm it. 3 more gain cards. Another equipment card. Medium armor. Does restrict our movement. I think I prefer the Berserker armor, if I'm honest. So we're not going to use that.
Are you sure that's the right approach?
And one thing that might be nice is that we can actually go to a shop and sell that armor. So we don't have to... We can lose gold, but obviously we can't lose the equipment unless we get a specific event for that. So we should be good. 5 food is nice. And again, 15 gold. Let's hope we find a shop. We can sell that armor and maybe buy something useful. Hey! As luck would have it. So, the thing is in this game, there are no second chances generally, so there's no point carrying around 2 sets of armor and then deciding, right, I'm going to use this set of armor for this fight, because you never know what the fight's going to be. And it's a little bit too... You can't change the decision once you're in the fight, so if you lose the fight, that's it. You have to restart. So I don't think we need that medium armor. I think the Berserker armor is going to serve us slightly better. So let's go ahead and sell items. We can sell the medium armor. I don't think we need that. It's not worth a lot, but we'll get rid of it. We're going to sell the shield. And I think everything else we want to keep. Yep, that's fine. So we've got 24 gold. Are there any items that we want to buy? We've got a decent weapon. We can't afford that anyway. After every third combat, the player receives 20 health. That could be useful. Double healing we can't afford. And armor we can't afford. So we could take the healing ring, potentially. That'd still leave us with 14 gold. Let's take the healing ring. It's nice and cheap.
Interesting choice.
And with the remaining money, we'll buy food. Buy as much as we can. Can't buy 10 food. That's 30 gold. So we can only buy food in ones, which will burn through our money quickly. But it does allow us to buy 3 more food. That's
I'm sure
pretty
you're
good.
Grateful for that.
So we've got 21 food. We've got a ring that heals us after every third combat. Let's just make sure we've got all of that equipped. We've got the ring, we've got the gloves, got a shield equipped. Okay, we're good to go.
Roaming ever forward, hunting for the truth.
Well, we haven't done this encounter before. Your path forwards will take you into the forest. You have discovered the exit to this area. Well, it doesn't look like there's anything unusual about it.
What brings you to play the game? Ha! I know you will not tell me. Like all the rest, you are silent.
So, again, fairly linear path, which I approve. Oh, look, another ambush.
You may have to contend with every bandit in the kingdom before you reach the king.
Okay, it's still just one monster card. Of course, it's another 6. Why would it be anything else?
No king falls without a challenge.
Same map with the look of things. Deflect that arrow. Just try and deflect all the hits where we can. Another arrow coming in. There it goes. You can win most of these battles just by constantly spamming the deflect button. There comes another arrow. Another arrow coming in. I think it's just arrow guy. No, there's a couple of them actually. Is he the last one? Yeah, he is. Brilliant. Maintained all our health on that one as well. Lost all of our gold because we were at full health. Which is why we didn't want to save any. Sneak up and kill them. Same again. 1 failure, 3 success. I think the top ones, I think that's the failure. Yeah, we'll confirm. I was correct. 3 more game cards. Oh, brilliant. Draw 3 equipment cards and choose 1 to keep. Nice. So, there used to be a way to tell what these were. Well, we've already got... Right, if you just left-click once, I think it tells you about them. There we go.
A coarse defense, but a valuable one nonetheless.
So we are facing a lot of bandits, and they do have a lot of ranged, so we are deflecting a lot. So being able to reflect projectiles, this causes a small force explosion, which is useful. So basically we do AoE damage every time we deflect a projectile. That could be useful. The other options are Chains of Rage.
Chains for armor, as you will.
So strikes from bows and wands have a chance to restore our cooldowns. Well, the only cooldown we have is our weapons flame aura, which I'm not really utilising all that much. And hopefully we're not going to be struck by bows and wands. So that's not really that useful, even though it's medium armour. I think we'll stick with the Berserker. The Ring of Poverty.
Every dying man would trade wealth for health.
When this ring is sold, all the player's gold is lost. But the player receives +1 max health for every 5 gold lost as a result of this sale. Not all that useful because we never have any gold. So I think we definitely want the Helm of Reflection.
I'm sure your opponents will try their luck.
3 more
Let's see how
food.
that pans out.
And 25 more gold. You watch now. The next one's going to be a shop, and I'd have really wished that I had that Ring of Poverty, because that would literally be an extra... what, extra 5 max health, but oh well. Ooh, a new one.
A treasure chest. What more iconic emblem of success could we imagine?
I think I'm familiar with this one. I think I know which encounter this is. While exploring a dungeon, you see a treasure chest at the end of a hall. We can approach it or we can leave it. The chest may hold great wealth, but the chamber may be trapped. 2 failures, 2 successes. Not a clue. Let's go for the first one. It's a failure. We'll redraw. It'll shuffle again, though. Still not a clue. Hey, there we go. The hall is silent as you move forward. You approach the treasure chest.
Let us stake a token on their foolishness.
Okay, the treasure chest looks battered but still intact. What treasure might it hold? Attempt to pry it open. Oh, I've got another one of these. Great. At least it's only a one in... again, not a clue.
Select your desire.
Yay, we'll take that one. I like this blessing. After a mighty heave, the lock gives way and the spoils are yours. The dealer draws 4 gain cards. Wow. 40 gold. Look at that now. How much gold we have. Ridiculous. 20 gold. 15 gold. 25 gold. How I wish I had that Ring of Poverty now. Selling that, we gain 1 max health for every, what was it, 5 gold. Wow, that would have been immense. Too late now.
Are your senses acute enough to detect what lies here?
I think we have done this one before, haven't we? So a light draws you to a nearby hilltop where you see a warlock disappear in a cloud of sulphur, leaving behind his summon minions, 2 monster cards, Jack of Skulls, and a 6 of Dust.
Would you expect any less?
That is bloody annoying. We're going to go and take it anyway. The Jack of Skulls isn't going to be that big of a problem because he doesn't have any skeletons to resurrect. So things aren't going to go all that great for him. We are going to try and block all of these attacks where we can. I'm trying to pop my weapon aura here. He can actually raise a few skellies, I think. And again, we want to keep trying to deflect these wherever we can, because every time we deflect one of these things... Oh, I missed that one. Balls. Every time we deflect a shot here, it actually does damage in an AoE. So, oh, we can't dodge the musket fire. That's an important thing to remember. Oddly enough, he is still managing to resurrect skeletons, even though we have a holy weapon. Let's get rid of your buddies first. Just left with the King of Skulls. Or Jack of Skulls, or whatever he is. So we are down to 87 health. That is unfortunate. But we will gain it back. At least we should do. Only lost 6 gold there. So still got a lot of gold. 2 more gain cards. You watch them both be gold. Oh, 1 more equipment. Healer's Ring with it.
Health. A recipe for a happy life. I doubt things will end that way, mind you.
So basically gives us gold whenever we get healed. Pretty pointless. We don't really want to equip that. 10 more food. Nice. Are we wearing that ring or can you wear 2 rings? What ring are we wearing? Oh, you can actually wear 3 rings. Okay, fair enough. That's fine then. It's not going to make any difference to us, really. Let's move onwards. Another ambush.
Again, the surprise attack. The novelty must wear thin on subsequent travels.
Is it going to be another 6? Of course it is. I'm sure that's the only thing that's left in that deck. Oh, let's just skip through this. Let's go and pop our fire aura. I do really like that knockback from the bows. It means that anyone standing near me gets just pushed backwards out of the way. You're going to attack. Bow shot coming in from the left. Another counter attack. There we go. Another counter attack. Another counter attack. Get behind him. That was the last one. Hey. That was quicker than we thought. Don't think I took a single hit there. So we will lose some gold. but we'll also gain some healing next time we move. And again, take the same option, sneak up and kill. 1 in 3, well, 3 in 4 chance of success. I think this one's safe. Yep. So, 3 more gain cards. Surprised there's any left in the deck. Another equipment card. Explorer's Helmet. Don't think that's all that useful. So, we will not be equipping that. 3 more food. And 15 more gold. Well, food's definitely not going to be a problem. Let's move onwards. Well, we might want to get rid of some of this gold. Carrying it around isn't going to serve as much. So, let's go and check out the shop. Might be something that we can buy. We know that we're just going to lose gold by winning fights with full health, which is what we want to do, so... I still have stuff that I can sell, so we can get rid of that helmet. We're not using that, don't need it. Everything else we do want to keep. So that leaves... we don't need food, that leaves us with 137 gold. Is there anything that we really want? Light defense. Nearby enemies are immediately slowed as the chilling effects of this armor take hold. That could be useful. Any healing the player receives is doubled. Not all that useful. Provides good protection against physical harm, but with minimal... so that's just plain boring armor. I don't think we really need the Frost Fang. Each hit slows the target with cold, though. They can be useful. I'm starting to think that might be better than the Berserker armor. I'm not 100% certain whether or not it is. Although, if we're not getting hit, then the Berserker armor's not really helping us. I think that's a better item to go for.
Caution, adventurer. This armor pulls energy from the world around you.
So, we'll go ahead and do that. I think that'll be better for us, specifically against the bandits. While we're here, we might as well buy food. We don't need it, but we're not going to hang on to the gold. So that's as much as I need to spend. There's more than enough food to like do everything, but it's probably going to be the last encounter now. You watch, this will actually be the king. Nope, another level.
Descend ever deeper into the subterranean pit.
That's fine. We shall take the stairs.
Did you expect me to tell your fortune? No. A fortune teller is at their most base and despicable when they begin to believe their own lies. Of course, I am different. My powers are genuine.
So it could be in either of these two directions, so I guess we'll just go along the top first. Ah, the Song of the White Minotaur. I'm probably going to regret this.
I will happily wager on the outcome. I do not think you have what it takes.
The Mug and Barrel Inn is renowned for attracting the most talented bards from all around. You arrive there weary of from your adventures, but tonight's entertainment convinces you to settle by the hearth for a while. Hours pass and the crowd starts to thin. The bard begins to move around the room playing requests for small groups. He serenades a pair of young lovers for a meagre sum and is generously tipped for leading a group of blacksmiths in a raucous chorus of foul language aimed at the folks from the next town over. We've done this card before, where the bard basically tells us that the thing is real. Ah, but we couldn't afford to give him a donation. We've got a huge failure, a failure, and 2 successes. Right, well, I've got no clue where any of them are. And that's a failure. We'll redraw. 1 more chance of this working out. No point even watching the cards half the time. Oh, I've got the huge failure. Classic. I'll take all the gold in your pockets. Pay the bard all your gold. Do I have the option not to? Refuse. I could have paid him all the gold. I probably should have done. Oh well, I'm sure we'll get that token again in the future. If I'd given him all my gold, it doesn't matter. It was a failure anyway. So,
at its heart, these traveling shows are but mockeries of the true mysteries.
Now, if this is the one that I think it is, we have to keep doing these annoying gamer chances over and over again. I don't think I've ever managed to crack this card, but the good thing is we do have that blessing, so it'll help.
This token will unlock more cards if you can defeat this encounter.
One day, as dusk gathers, you reach a large country town hosting a travelling circus. Strange sights and stranger smells confront you. as you begin to wander between tents and stalls that were once brightly coloured but now are faded and stained with dust. Peasants and nobles alike wander the streets and alleys, past wonders and amazements. Seems almost dazed. There's something about the place that dulls your senses, and for a while you forget your quest. Forget even the path that brought you to this place. So, 2 possible chances of success, 2 chances of failure. Gets a good shuffle. Of course I get the huge failure. We'll redraw. Very hard to see the card you want. Huge success. I'll take that one. Cheers and gasps draw you to a large tent. Inside you discover a number of spectacles being performed by costumed artists. And again, another one of these annoying thingies. Might be that one, I think. Ah, that'll do. I'm not going to risk re-rolling for a huge success and fail. A strongman offers a magical item as a prize for anyone who can lift even half of what he can. You take the challenge and, after a brief but intense effort, accept the prize. Draw an equipment card. Desperate measures. The one we've got's better. It's pretty much the same, except the one we've got better has the fire aura. So, we're not going to equip it.
As pleases you.
Sometime later, you find yourself standing at the edge of the forest. The sounds of the crowd behind you. Day is dawning, but which day? Looking back, you see the ruined buildings of a country town, long ago abandoned. Fortunately, because we didn't get the huge success, we didn't get the token. Let's move on. Travelling healer. Well, we don't really need to bother with that, so we are just going to pass it by. We've got to backtrack now. Luckily, we've got a lot of food, so that's not a problem. So we just hop, hop, hop. It'll give me the... I thought it used to give you the option to take the stairs again. Here we go. Goblin King's Hall. This is a new one.
There's a token in it for you if you win.
One night, as you lie in a forest clearing, you are disturbed by the sight of a shadowy figure watching you from the darkness. Well met, the goblin exclaimed, stepping into the light and sitting by the fire. Just the armed warrior I've been seeking. Ask him to elaborate. The goblin makes himself comfortable. My name is Mr. Lionel. Of course it is. And I have a tale of woe to share with you, and perhaps an opportunity for you to make a tidy profit from my misfortune. He goes on to tell the story of his troubles with the king of the goblins, while lamenting his subsequent banishment from the goblin community. The king would have shown leniency, he concludes, given that his daughter and I were both drunk and from the excitement Dulcian brandy served at his coronation. Instead, he opened to make his first official act by my banishment. The fool will regret it, though, for now it is my time for revenge, he says eagerly, taking out a strange amulet. For hundreds of years, the Goblin Kings have gathered treasure in and hoarded it in a series of enchanted and ever-changing treasure vaults. Only the Goblin King himself knows where his treasure vaults are hidden, but now I have a way to find them. I just need a lock of hair to complete this magical device. Accept the task. Excellent. Just get the hair by any means possible. Don't worry, I'll find you again once your quest is complete. Card's token is mine. With that, he returns to the shadows and sits down behind a bush watching you. Fair enough. Again, we do have to complete this level of the dungeon to get those tokens. Another ambush.
Every game must include an element of surprise, wouldn't you say? Sometimes it is the human on the other side of the table. Sometimes the draw of a card or the roll of a dice. Without it, the game is nothing but a computing machine.
Okay, on to another ambush then. Watch it be a 6. Of course it's going to be a 6. Oh no, it's only a 4. But this time it's a flipping rats. We've run out of the other guys. Although the rats aren't that hard to deal with. Now we do have our really cool weapon. We also slow these guys down significantly with our armor. Oh, can't dodge those. That's annoying. Keep forgetting these guys have some abilities that are undodgeable. That's them all finished though. We did lose 5 health, but we should heal that up when we move on to the next tile, so... And I'm thinking the next tile should be the end of it. Sneak up and kill them. Again, we've only got a 1 in 4 chance to fail. I think that one's safe, and it is, so we'll confirm it. This will probably be 3 more game cards. Surprised there's any left in the deck. Another equipment card, which is Angel's Wing. Helm imbues
from here. There is little material gain to be made.
Interesting. Do I want greater movement speed, or do I want that AoE from the deflections? I think the deflection one's still better, so I'm not going to equip it. I like the Helm of Reflection. 5 more food, which isn't needed now. And, 15 health.
More health to work with. Much good mate, do you?
Unfortunately, it wasn't maximum health, because we'd have gone on to 100 anyway when we moved on to this card.
An expedition. Press on.
And it's not even the end of the dungeon than I thought it was. This is going to be a bit of a longer video. So we'll take the forest path.
On this floor,
wow.
The King of Dust waits for you. He is prepared.
Okay, I'm glad we've got a lot of food now. Let's start trekking on. I've got no idea where he is. More Ratmen.
Of course, killing their leader is a fine way to provoke them.
1 monster card. 6 a plague. Terrible. I think this will end up just being a single video today. It was my plan to sort of do them in 2 on a Saturday and 2 on a Sunday, but if they're going to be like 50 minutes long, I think I'll just be doing 1 each day. Be a longer video. Let's just skip this. Let's barrel roll in. Hit Q. We'll hit number 1. Use our fire aura, because we can. I'm actually quite liking the slowing effects of this armour. Unfortunately, the helm isn't doing us an awful lot of good here because the rats don't use any ranged attacks on us right now. Yeah, he was coming in for an unblockable, so luckily we managed to get rid of them all. Brilliant. Lost a little bit of health there, but that's fine. That will do. Again, nothing to loot. Let's go for this one, because it's kind of on its own. The White Council 2. Interesting.
Win this and claim my token.
So it's another one of the DLC bits here. One day as you travel through a forest, you come across a band of thugs standing on the roadside. As you draw near, they move to block your path. The dealer draws you 2 monster cards.
The
Jack of Dust.
Did you think him done before? Oh, no. Shuffled back into the deck to rise again to the top. As are we all.
Hand over half your gold, stranger, for passing through this forest. The White Council demands it. No, we'll refuse. The White Council doesn't like armed mercenaries wandering around their land, the man says, and his goons closing around you. That's fine. Now, even though it's only the Jack plus the 2 of Dust, I think the Jack has his own men as well, so we'll probably be fighting about 4 here, and indeed it looks like we are. We want to deflect that. We want to use our funky... Now, we've got to remember that the Jack does have some unblockable abilities. But he does still get knocked back when I use that ability, which is quite nice. Now, if I just beat him up now... Oh, we've got to get out of the way of that. Unfortunately, you can't stagger him when he's doing his unblockable, but you can continue to hit him in the back of the head, so... He's down, that's not too bad. As you approach one of the fallen men, he says with some effort, "You'll regret this, there will be consequences." He cuts off as his voice fails him. You notice a robed figure standing in the shadows of the forest. He waves his hand and a magical portal appears. Stepping through it, he's quickly gone. You look around to find no trace of the fight remains. The card's token is now mine.
Let us see what you do with your newfound abilities.
Okie dokie. So, we're healing up and continuing to move around. The Crucible.
A crucible to heat and purify the flawed metal. You, in this case.
Okay.
A challenge for you, and a token if you succeed.
The town of Stiegel sits upon the only safe crossing of the River Ernst. However, the only adventurers allowed to cross are those who pass through the Crucible. In the Crucible, you'll fight monsters for the entertainment of the townspeople of Stiegel. What will you do? Enter the Crucible, attempt to swim the river, or attempt to bribe the mayor? Let's enter the Crucible. I have done this one before. Choose your opponent wisely, yells a man from the crowd. I'm betting on you. Let's go for the 2 of Skulls. We'll have to fight several waves. That's the way this one works, as I recall. 2 of Skulls is no problem. Open up with our weapon. One hit each and they're down. Didn't even break a sweat. Now, I'm going to lose all of our gold doing this because we're going to have to do multiple fights. You survived that round, now do it again. The crowd awaits your decision. Let's go for the 2 of dust this time. I'd sooner fight 2 than 6, even though the bandits are slightly stronger than the skeletons. Again, start by firing off our weapon. 2 easy defeats right there. I think we have to do one more. After surviving the Crucible... Oh no, after surviving the Crucible, you are paraded through the town and allowed to continue upon your adventure. A few random peasants throw coins saying, "We've made me rich warrior." 4 gold gain cards. Wow. 40 gold. 15 gold. 15 gold. 10 gold. Now we have a crap ton of gold again.
For that.
Cards token is mine. Let's move on. Alicia in Underworld. It's not much like Alice in Wonderland, is it?
We play for a token now.
Another DLC card. As you attempt to discover more about the bizarre portal you encountered, one name keeps reoccurring, a mystic named Alicia. Apparently, her expertise on all aspects of Shadow Realms, interdimensional travel, and beasts of the void is unparalleled. Wow, that's small font. You trek Alicia's caravan. She travels under the guise of a fortune teller. Her appearance doesn't match the whispers about her. She is considerably shorter and has much more of a beard. She audibly clears her throat before speaking to you. Welcome, stranger. She recoils in mock blindness. The dark clouds of fate swirl around you in a tempest. For a little gold, I can help you see your future through the storm. Pay 3 gold, explain your interest in finding out more about the Underworld, or refuse. Let's pay the gold. Wow, 1 huge success and 3 failures. That's harsh. No idea where the success card is. It's not that one. We get one more go at this. It's there. See if we can keep our eye on it. It's on the top. Was sort of in the middle. I think it's that one. Yes. Brilliant. The mystic's eyes flash wide open. Your fortune is awash with death and destruction, but there is also hope. You carry fortune's favour with you. How may I aid you in your endeavours? To someone with such powerful aura as yours, I could tell of what I know. The price for such information, though, would be high. Sadly, I see that you have nothing I desire, no powerful magical artifacts. Perhaps if you returned with one, I would be more forthcoming. Okay, nothing she wants. That's unfortunate. There must be another card that goes with that. We've got a travelling jeweller. Let us go and... let's go and have a look, actually. See what it has. There might be something in there that we can use. I'm not sure if we need a specific magical artifact for that, but if there's something over here that we can buy that is magical... I mean, we have magic rings and stuff. Let's just have a quick look at buy items, see what we've got. Mercenary contract could be useful. Damocles. Damocles is always good. Ring of Poverty. How much is he selling that for?
An age ago, I swore a vow of poverty, but this ring promises something quite different.
Doesn't tell us how much it is. Nothing's actually coming up with prices here.
Mercy for none.
I like Damocles. I think we're going to buy that.
What will you do with that?
I think it might be an interface bug. It's not actually telling me what this is. Let's go and buy the Ring of Poverty if we can afford it. Which we can. And then we'd like to have more gold. So let's go back and do sell items. We don't need that. We don't need that. We don't need that anymore. That gives us a fair bit of gold. So if we go ahead now and sell that Ring of Poverty... Can we... Oh, there it is. So if we sell that now, we lose all of our gold. But we gain 13 max health. Fantastic. So let us leave. Not sure if it's worth going back there, so I'm just going to continue on. Because we're healing up to our new max health level. Call for the priest. Well, we don't have any money really. Well, we have a tiny little bit. We might as well just pass that by. There's nothing else we can do. We're going to go around clockwise. Not too sure which corner the king's going to be in. Asleep at the inn.
What sort of scoundrel would go through a sleeping man's belongings? Again, a token is at stake.
While sleeping at an inn, you jolt awake to find a bandit rifling through your belongings. You are quick to your feet, weapon already in hand. The bandit laughs, clearly drunk. Easy there, princess. Spare an apple, would you? There's a good lad. He stands unsteadily, clutching a stolen apple and some coins. I think this is that carry-on from the one we had before, where it was like a ghost and the trick is not to attack. You grab his arm in protest and earn a punch in the face. Looks like Nancy here wants a fight. The bandit laughs again, spits at your feet and turns to leave. Everything about this is trying to mock the player to attack. Lower your weapon. The bandit looks at you with contempt. Thought so. He wanders out of the room, whistling tunelessly to himself. The dealer draws you 2 pain cards. Wow. Wish I'd have just fought him now. Lose 3 gold.
Oh,
don't care about that. Lose 1 food. Don't care about that either. Shaking your head, you wearily turn back to your bed and find yourself once again in the presence of the ghost from the forest. Its eyes so familiar, so real compared to its shifting body, smile into yours. Something stirs in your mind, a past memory. You are still yourself, I need fear no longer. Its pale hands reach for yours, and as you suddenly recall a laugh to go with the smiling eyes. I have lingered too long in this place, it drains so. Do not forget me. You blink and the ghost is gone, those eyes gone. The card's token is now yours. Brilliant. So we did choose the right outcome, even though we got 2 pain cards for it. Let's continue. The helpful priest again.
It amuses me to watch them theorize. To attempt to discern the very likeness of the gods down to their toes.
Okay, how does this one work? I forgot. You meet a wandering priest who greets you in a friendly manner. For a small share of your provisions, I will bless you in the name of the old gods. Might as well give him half my food. Hopefully we get the huge success one, as long as we don't get the fairly one. I think that's the fairly one. Huge success, yay! He speaks in the language of the old religion for several minutes and then gently touches your forehead. It is done 2 blessing cards. Awesome. Retribution.
Many of these blessings are too good for the likes of you.
Whenever the player is struck by a ranged attack, there is a chance that the attacker will be stunned for 3 seconds. Awesome.
The gods look upon you favorably.
Headman's Blessing. Any kill made using an axe grants the player 3 health. Well, we're not using an axe. We've got a mace, so that's unfortunate. Now, isn't there a limit to the number of blessings you can actually have? Oh, no, apparently not. That's not all that useful. This, I'm fairly certain, is a... Doesn't actually say. I'm certain it's a mace, though, not an axe. Doesn't specifically say axe in it. It must be a mace. It does holy, and it's a lot of damage. I don't actually have an axe, so that blessing isn't all that useful. But still, we're good. What do we have here? It's the king. We found him. We can't back down.
Very few are so foolish as to deliver themselves to the king.
So we can't go and get the other 2 cards, but it doesn't really matter. The king is fierce in battle, but loyal to his troops. He can choose to heal them during combat.
As you plunder the secrets of your memories, you'll gain new cards. Some you'll wish you'd left untouched.
So, how many is he going to have with him? We're at max health. We're at 113, actually, so that's good. We've got decent armor. We've got some decent abilities. We've got Damocles. We've got our fire weapon. Doesn't look like he's going to have too many people with him, but he can heal his buddies, which means he probably needs to be our priority target here. I'd like to skip. It's not letting me right now. So I'm going to sort of run in if I can. I'm going to start off with a... Oh, we need to stay out of that. Obviously, he has a rather annoying AoE ability. Some ranged attacks coming in. Let's just stay out. Let's just keep mobile, shall we? Let's try and deflect anything we can. Another ranged attack coming in. Let's go for our fire brand. Thought we had another ranged attack coming in there. We really need to try and get the guy down. He's got a unblockable coming in. Okay, I've got to stop being derpy now. Right, that guy actually got dazed. That was one of the blessings that we had. Go for the Damocles as well. Get another hit on him. I think he's the only one left now. Let's dodge out of the way of that. And he is down. Finally, after 50 minutes we've completed this encounter.
There are many who will be pleased that you have defeated the likes of my lesser king. As for me, I think you have but proven that I must defeat you entirely. A set of new trinkets for you. You will need them, and more.
Okay, so we've got a lot of new tokens to open here. Let's pop them before we end the video, see what we get. So for gaining the praise of the gods of the old religion, you receive a 30 gold gain card and Demon Trader. So a new encounter card there. For plundering a locked treasure chest, you receive this card, draw 2 and select 1 to keep from the armory. And Fool's Gold, which you think is a headpiece, piece of headgear. One of the DLC ones here. For joining Mr. Lionel's quest, you gain a token, which is the Maiden. So that's where we need to get the Lock of Hair from. This is another one of the DLC ones, the White Council one. For standing up to the White Council's thugs, you receive the White Council 3. For surviving the arena in the town of Stiegel, you receive draw 2, the Noble Trader, a Wife's Fury, and Loan. And these should be for completing the encounter, probably. For encountering the ghost again, you receive 3 food and Spirit Walk, which is another activatable item. I'm not too sure which one, what that actually does. And finally, for defeating the King of Dust, or the Bandit King, Feathered Ice, which is another activatable weapon, another activatable trinket. Life Slim, a sword. Jack of Scales, which is going to be the new boss. So we're going to be fighting the lizard men now. They're annoying. Hero's Remains, which is an encounter. Stranger in the Shadows, which is an encounter. And Old Graveyard. So 3 more encounters plus the new boss and a couple of weapons. Nice.
Come once more to the game.
So I will consider that quite successful. It did take a little bit of time, so that'll just be a single video for today on the subject. Look out for the new one tomorrow, where we will be taking on the Jack of Scales. So thanks a lot for watching, guys. I hope you're still enjoying Hand of Fate. I'll see you guys on the next video. Until then, goodbye for now.